Harry might not care about being ridiculed by entertainers in Hollywood at the Golden Globes, but being completely excluded from the British Army book has to be painful. Greetings and a very warm welcome. If it wasn't evident before, it's certainly become clear to everyone now that Harry and Meghan hold different priorities. Different things matter to them. For instance, Meghan only worries about cozying up to A-list superstars and pretending to be an A-list superstar herself. She worries about money, she worries about being well-known, but for Harry those things aren't really important, and that's a major reason why they've totally flopped in the US. Harry just doesn't care. Harry couldn't care less about being a Hollywood superstar. That much has become obvious. Now, as far as where Harry desires to be and what he desires to be doing, honestly, I don't even think he knows that. But he surely doesn't want to be living this empty life in Montecito, California, attempting to get on good terms with people like the Clooneys who want nothing to do with them. Instead, I think Harry would be much happier if he were in Africa. Harry also speaks affectionately of the time he spent in the army. It appears to me that Harry likes to be useful. He likes to feel like he's doing something to assist other people. He desires to do something meaningful, unlike Meghan Markle, and I could be mistaken. I mean, maybe Harry is pursuing these Hollywood dreams just like Meghan is, but it doesn't seem that way to me. For instance, whenever we see the two of them out, Meghan looks absolutely thrilled to have a camera on her. And Harry looks like he'd rather be anywhere else. Just think about the Beyoncé concert, the Katy Perry concert. It was obvious to anybody and everybody that Meghan had dragged Harry to these events. He did not want to be there, and really we can say the same for Meghan when she was a working royal. Harry was all right with doing royal duties, that's all he really knew. But Meghan completely detested it. She didn't like having to pretend to be nice to commoners. She saw herself as superior to them. She didn't want to have to do work that she wasn't being paid for. I mean, we haven't even reached the midpoint of January, and already Harry and Meghan have faced some major setbacks. So first of all, of course, we had the Golden Globes, where they were absolutely roasted by the host. And then even Meghan's former co-stars on Suits took a jab at her. When asked if Meghan Markle was participating in the Suits group chat, Gina Torres, a former co-star of Meghan, said, "Oh well, we don't have her number, we just don't," and laughed. Honestly, folks, it doesn't get much worse for somebody like Meghan than that. Not only was she not invited, but she was made fun of by her former Suits co-stars, whom I'm sure she believes she's much more famous than much more popular. Why did they get to go when she didn't? And that's not even the only snub the couple has faced. Prince Harry has also faced his own snub. He has been completely left out of the British Army book altogether. And to make matters worse for Harry, his older brother, Prince William, wrote the foreword for the book, and it lists 200 notable alumni of Sandhurst. But Harry's name was not among those listed, despite the fact that he did serve 2 tours of Afghanistan. As reported by The Express, people are saying that Harry has joined the list of people who have been erased from history from Sandhurst. And Richard Fitzwilliam, the royal expert, has an idea about why. He said, quote, "Behavior such as listing the number of individuals you personally killed makes it pretty clear why he's not in it." Personally, I don't think he'll be that surprised. See, I don't know though. I kind of believe that Harry is about as delusional as Meghan is. And one reason I say that is because remember when Harry, back in the summer, had to show up in a London courtroom? He insisted that everyone referred to him as His Royal Highness, Prince Harry. See, I don't think Harry ever really wanted to give up all the privileges of being a royal. Meghan was okay with it because she thought they were going to be Hollywood royalty. But I don't think Harry ever wanted to give up all the privileges of being a royal. He just went along with it because, well, with Meghan Markle, what choice did he have? Without a doubt, the army is something that Harry cares about deeply. He looks back on the time that he spent in the military fondly. Now, perhaps it's true that he did just play video games the whole time, but still he thinks that he was some kind of war hero, so this has to hurt. But Richard is making a very good point here. I mean, Harry should have expected exactly that. How dare he brag about how many Taliban members he killed in that stupid book, Spare? How did he think that was going to go over well with anybody? By including that information, that's probably not even true. The only thing Harry really succeeded in doing is painting a big target on his back and the backs of his family members. The Taliban leaders were angry when they found out that Harry wrote that. Honestly, Harry's lucky they didn't do anything in retaliation. In this segment on GB News, they also discussed why Harry and Meghan were made fun of at the Golden Globes for being paid to do nothing. And Mr. Fitzwilliam said, "I regrettably agree because most of what Harry did previously, if he and Meghan weren't trashing the royal family, which has been lucrative, I'm afraid for them, what precisely have they done? That is the question that they should be addressing themselves." And I couldn't agree with him more. I don't know what they expected to happen, but I'm sure it wasn't this. But anyway, maybe they're finally learning that when you make a career out of trashing your family, your career is not going to go very far. Especially when the family they made so much money off of won't have anything to do with it. They can't be trusted. So at this point, I don't know what Harry and Meghan are going to do for cash, but you know what? I don't care. Alright everybody, and now time for some discussion. Today we're going to be talking about the responses that you left to the video, Worst Humiliation Ever for Meghan Markle, Fake Duchess Lampooned by former Suits co-stars. In this video we were talking about how not only were Harry and Meghan roasted by the hosts of the Golden Globes, but Meghan's former co-stars on Suits also apparently want nothing to do with her. So let's see what you have to say about that. First comment I want to share comes from Right and Betty 7835. Is she okay? If she claimed she wanted to harm herself and her unborn child because of a few negative headlines in Britain, what's her mental health like now that she is a global laughingstock? And we've got some responses. GH says, who cares? And then Celia says she might realize she has blown it. And then Tosca says, who freaking cares? I don't know what to think. On one hand, based on her past behavior, it seems like all this mockery and criticism should be absolutely devastating for Meghan's mental health. She's clearly shown that she can't handle even the slightest bit of negative attention. But on the other hand, narcissists like Meghan seem to have a very strong ability to block out anything that doesn't fit their narrative of being amazing and perfect. So maybe all of this is just bouncing right off of her. I'm leaning towards the first option though. I think she probably can't handle it. And I believe that's exactly the reason that we're not seeing Meghan Markle right now. I mean, just think about it. Kate Middleton's birthday was yesterday. Happy belated birthday, Princess of Wales. In the past, it was so predictable. Meghan and Harry would have released some kind of flattering piece, or Meghan would have done a pep walk through a parking lot. But this year, absolute radio silence. And I believe that is because Meghan is such a mess. She can't even pull herself together enough to call up a photographer and do a pep walk. I'm sure we're going to see her sooner rather than later. But what kind of shape is she going to be in? Who knows? And the next comment I would like to share comes to us from USIRIQ3MP. In my opinion, her opinion of herself is that she is wonderful, successful, a brilliant actress, God's gift to any cause that her name and presence could enhance because everyone else fails at their tasks. Blah, blah, blah. In short, she loves herself and cannot understand why others do not share her opinion. True reality. That's not a word narcissists ever acknowledge. Anything that crosses them, criticizes them, thwarts them, will not be seen as food for thought, a wake-up call, but will be seen as a personal challenge to be beaten down by any means possible to prove that they are superior. And if that doesn't work, then they'll find another pathway to prove just how wonderful they are. Narcissists are not capable of remorse, not capable of putting others before themselves. Their only aim is to win, to reach whatever target goal they have in their mind. Narcissism at its ultimate. This is such an excellent, insightful comment. I thank you for leaving it. And you're right, this is Meghan Markle to a T. It really is kinda scary actually when you start reading about narcissism and all the symptoms. And you can see that Meghan Markle checks every single box. The only thing I really can say is Harry needs to be packing his bags and getting out of that Montecito home, if he's still there, as fast as he possibly can. Meghan Markle at this point I believe is absolutely dangerous. Harry needs to be packing his bags and getting out of that Montecito home if he's still there, as fast as he possibly can. And I don't even want to think about what she might do next. Well folks, that's all the time that we've got for now. Please let me know, what do you think of Harry being erased from history? Let me know your opinion below in the comments section. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to like and share it with anybody else who would appreciate it too. And please don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss a single update. Again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back to see you in the next videos. Here's to a happy and prosperous 2024. Wishing you all the best in the new year. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep smiling. The future is bright.